This is funny. But it's real and it's true and I love it. Hey guys. Thank you for tuning in. It's funny, I'm laughing because I was just talking to myself, really thinking out loud. And I'm just like saying to myself, I'm like, are we morphing into a podcast? We might be morphing into a podcast. Like, it just tickled me. Because as I continue to journey throughout my life, I'm realizing more ways that I need to allow myself to be more authentic and not towards proving anything to anybody, but more so just for me and that peace for myself. I can be really hard on myself and it doesn't always come across, but the luxury of being a Libra sometimes is overthinking. And when I say sometimes I can be hard on myself, and it may not come across, is because I have a lot of internal dialogue that I'm kind of not battling with, but just kind of making sure that I'm like dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's and making sure that I got to do what I got to do for myself as well as, for the people around me. But in terms of, delivering quality content and helpful information and gems for you all, I realize that I feel a bit more comfortable and true. True is a better word. Let's scrap comfortable because sometimes conversations aren't always comfortable. I feel a bit more true to myself with delivering heal talks in this manner. And it's not to say that I won't be on the camera ever again. That's not the case. Because I do enjoy the video aspect of it all too. But in terms of my personal truths, I have a lot of internal dialogue with myself. And when I'm typically alone, that inward dialogue comes out and I'm talking to myself and I have like the best conversations with myself. And it's honestly become a great tool that I've grown to use in terms of self-healing. Sometimes, you just got to hear stuff outwardly. You got to hear your thoughts come out and how the message is on playback, so to speak. But I have a lot of conversations with myself again, and it's been so healing for me. And I feel like I have a lot of epiphanies and aha moments when I'm typically alone and thinking things through and talking things out amongst myself. And so I feel that it's a bit more natural that I do or continue to do heal talks in this manner, in a bit of a podcasty manner, because it's free flowing. I'm not thinking about being on camera. I'm just kind of free forming. And yeah, I was just having a dialogue with myself about the appreciation I have when it comes to seeing the evolution and the growth of particularly men in hip hop that I have grown up viewing, watching, listening to, and been idolizing. Excuse me. So if you're not under a rock, you will happen to know that Jay-Z just released his, I don't know, should I say release? Kind of have shown the world his exhibition. What word am I looking for? Exhibit. We'll go with exhibit. The Book of Hove exhibit in the Brooklyn Library. And I won't go too far into detail with that because I could go on a whole other tangent when it comes to Hove. But he is one of the men that I have grown to just completely respect and view as like a outwardly father figure type of person that I respect so much. And not just Hove, but when it comes to other men in hip hop that I have grown to see, like Pharrell, and one in particular that I just seen, Joe Budden, and the list can go on and on. But I'm just so appreciative of the time that I had grown up to see and experience hip hop. For those who don't know, I'm a 90s baby, and I won't go too far into detail with that because I know a lot of people will be like, oh, 90s babies is the best, but I got respect for like a multitude of generations, so I'm not going to pin it all on the 90s, but this is my era. In the era that I had grown up in. So of course this is why as Joe Budden would say, a whole Avenger. But when I see them celebrating their milestones as of recently, it just fills me with so much joy because I guess you could say been outside to see and experience the evolution of these men. And it just, again, it fills me with so much joy and gratitude and appreciation, because there's just something so beautiful about witnessing the journey to love for people. And more so, it's beautiful to see the evolution of people who get to a place where they live from love throughout. You can tell, like, there's a difference. It's inward and it's exuded throughout, like, and it's not just about the vanity and you know, the aesthetic and, you know, a lot of things that hip hop culture has been known for.